Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, lived a kind king and queen who wished for a child more than anything in the world. One magical day, their wish came true. A baby girl was born, and her hair shimmered just like golden sunlight. They lovingly named her Rapunzel. But their happiness was short. Nearby, in the shadows of the forest, lived a wicked sorceress who grew jealous of the kingdom's joy. In the dark of night, she crept into the castle, stole the baby, and locked her away in a tall, hidden tower deep in the woods, with no doors and only one window at the very top. As the years went by, Rapunzel grew into a sweet and gentle young woman. Her most remarkable feature was her hair, which had grown longer and longer, shining brighter with each passing day. The only visitor she ever had was the sorceress. When she came to the tower, she would stand at the bottom and shout, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel would then unpin her long golden braid and let it fall all the way to the ground, allowing the sorceress to climb up. Even though she was all alone, Rapunzel never lost her kind spirit. She filled her days with beautiful songs, so enchanting that the entire forest would stop to listen. Colorful birds, fluttering butterflies, and even shy deer would gather beneath her window, drawn in by the joyful melodies that echoed through the trees. One sunny afternoon, a handsome prince was riding through that very forest. Suddenly, he heard the most beautiful singing he had ever heard. Curious, he followed the magical sound until it led him to the mysterious, tall tower. He hid among the trees, wondering who could live in such a strange place. Just then, he saw the sorceress arrive and heard her call out. He watched in amazement as a long golden braid was lowered and the old woman climbed up into the tower. When the sorceress was gone, the prince, filled with courage, stepped out from his hiding place and called in his kindest voice, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." To his delight, the magnificent braid tumbled down the side of the tower. He carefully climbed up, and when he reached the top, he saw Rapunzel for the first time. Rapunzel was startled, having never seen anyone but the sorceress before. But the prince spoke gently. "Please don't be afraid. I heard your wonderful singing, and I simply had to meet the person with such a beautiful voice." From that day on, they became the best of friends. The prince would visit Rapunzel secretly, telling her incredible stories about the world outside her tower of sparkling rivers, bustling villages, and vast flower gardens she had only ever dreamed of. With every story, a little more hope filled Rapunzel's heart, and she began to dream of a life beyond her lonely tower. But one day, the wicked sorceress discovered their secret. In a fit of rage, she took a pair of scissors and cruelly cut off Rapunzel's long golden hair. Then she cast a spell that sent poor Rapunzel far away into a desolate, lonely wilderness. When the prince returned that evening and called up to the tower, the sorceress tricked him by letting down the severed braid. He climbed up, only to be met by the evil sorceress, who told him he would never see Rapunzel again. Heartbroken, the prince fell from the tower and wandered the land for years, searching endlessly for the girl he loved. Finally, after a long, weary journey, he heard a familiar, sweet voice singing softly in a sunny meadow. He followed the sound, his heart pounding with hope, and there she was, Rapunzel. They ran to each other, overjoyed to be reunited at last. As they embraced, Rapunzel's happy tears fell onto his face. And in that moment, all the sadness of their time apart melted away. The prince took Rapunzel back to his kingdom, where she was welcomed with open arms and hearts full of love. Together, they ruled with kindness and filled their kingdom with light and happiness, living happily ever after. And the moral of this story is that even in the most difficult of times, kindness, courage, and hope will always guide you to freedom and happiness. Thank you so much for listening to our story today. If you enjoyed this magical adventure, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for many more wonderful tales. We can't wait to see you again soon.